Coming up on the season premiere of Unpeeled, Queen Bee is going on tour.
HBO's The Last of Us brings a video game to life.
Miley Cyrus's Flowers is smashing records and rumors.
And TLC's newest dating show is slightly disturbing. All that and more, a brand new season of Unpeeled starts right now.
Welcome to the season premiere of Unpeeled. I'm Mulligan.
And I'm Spencer Pierce. Let's jump right into today's top story.
Yet another daytime talk show is leaving television. After being one of America's favorite talk shows for more than 2 decades, Dr. Phil will end on its 21st season, which has its finale this year. Dr. Phil's show brought on families to discuss serious issues facing the average American, such as substance abuse, grief, and behavioral issues.
Unfortunately, Dr. Phil is not the first big-name talk show to throw in the towel. These last few years have become increasingly challenging for daytime talk shows to keep their slots, such as The Wendy Williams Show, Dr. Oz, The Real, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, and more have all ended within the last 12 months.
And in music news, your mom's favorite rapper is heading to court. Rick Astley is suing Young Gravy for impersonation of his hit, Never Gonna Give You Up. The lawsuit comes months after the release of Gravy's single, Betty Get Money, which samples the famous chorus to Astley's song.
Lawyers are claiming that only the instrumentals in the song were licensed and Gravy, quote, conspired to include a deliberate and nearly indistinguishable imitation of Astley's voice.
Into the world of music again, get your wallets ready because Beyonce is back. Queen Bee announced she's going on tour this morning. The tour will kick off in May in Stockholm and wrap up in November at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. This is Beyonce's first solo tour since her Formation tour in 2016.
The tour celebrates the release of Beyonce's album Renaissance, which topped the charts last year. Fans were speculating that a tour announcement will be coming soon after the Grammy winner performed in Dubai in January. Tickets will go on sale February 7th. Ella, I love Beyonce. I think she's great, but I was looking at tickets this morning, and this is crazy to me. You can explain the world of Ticketmaster. You have to register for tickets. You can't just go on and buy tickets like to a sporting event or a regular concert. This is Beyonce. You got to register for the tickets.
Yeah, and that's what happened with Taylor Swift too. Is Ticketmaster has this whole verified fan thing. And it's just really weird. Sure, you can register in advance, but that only means that you're maybe one of the millions of people that will actually get a chance. It's way too complicated. I don't really get it, but they're also trying to keep bots and scalpers from taking your tickets, so maybe also a good thing. All I know is I'm gonna do my best to get tickets. I saw Beyonce when she went on tour with Jay-Z in 2018, and I kid you not, best moment of my life. They were just absolutely amazing, best performers.
Can you get 2 tickets?
I will do my best. Okay. I think if we can sit together, that would be iconic.
I don't think I have enough money to be even registered for this concert, so I'm just going to hope that TikTok kind of pulls through and I can just watch them. Kind of like the Harry Styles, his tour and all that stuff.
Absolutely. But unfortunately this morning, Tom Brady announced his retirement for good this time. The 7-time Super Bowl champ took to his social media accounts to break the news. The 45-year-old QB retired exactly 1 year ago today, but quickly decided against it to play his 23rd season this past year.
After losing in the first round of the playoffs to the Dallas Cowboys, many speculated that Brady would either retire or join another team. Now, of course, we know what the answer to that was. This isn't the first time he's been in the news recently, though, as his divorce with supermodel Gisele Bündchen went public in October after 13 years of marriage. Bündchen commented under Brady's post announcing his retirement, saying, "Wishing you only wonderful things in this new chapter of your life." Ella, at the beginning of that story, you said unfortunately. Now, I'm a Jets fan. This might be the most fortunate moment of my entire life. This is the best day of my life. But as a football fan that I am, this is like watching LeBron, in the next few years retire from basketball. The GOAT. Tom Brady's undoubtedly the GOAT. It's going to be really weird to not see him trotting out there on Sundays.
Absolutely. I'm not even the same sports fan that you are, but even I know that Tom Brady has been such a fundamental part of the NFL and football. It will be really strange, but I mean, he also said that he was retiring last year and he came back, so I have major trust issues with this man. I do not believe anything he says at this point, so we'll just have to see.
I think this one's for real. In his video, he said, "I already used up my sappy, speech last year. I'm going to do it for real this time." And I think, we kind of mentioned his divorce. I think he's got to pick up the puzzle pieces in his life. He's got to get his family back together. If that's what he wants. I know he has another supermodel girlfriend, so whatever he wants is good with me. But I think this is it for real.
I think I agree too. But back to music, the Jonas Brothers' Hollywood legacy has just been written in the stars, literally. The iconic trio celebrated their addition to the Hollywood Walk of Fame on Monday after 17 years together. Each of the brothers' families were there, including Nick's daughter, Malti, who made her first public appearance.
The band coupled that tremendous honor with the announcement of their 6th studio album, which fans can expect to drop in May. Nick Jonas also revealed the group's plan to resume touring, so be sure to check out the dates for a show near you. Ella, who doesn't love the Jonas Brothers?
I know I do.
Okay, well, that makes 2 of us. I do too. They said the album will feature modernized 70s pop and Americana elements. That reminds me of a certain favorite of mine, Dua Lipa's last album. So I'm really excited to hear this. Like I said, it's the Jonas Brothers. You can't not listen to it.
Oh, I know. I'm always excited for a Joe Bro album. It's been amazing to see their sound progress with them, and especially with these new elements that you just said are coming into their next album. I think it's going to be an amazing listen.
I just think it's insane that at this point they've been around for 20 years, right? Like, that makes me feel old, and that's a weird thing to say. I'm 22 years old. They're getting their star, right? They got it. They were in Camp Rock, the Joe Bros, the show. They're going to be around till the year 3000. And I don't know if you know, but everything is underwater in that year.
How'd you know? It's my favorite song. I sing it all the time.
Just had a hunch.
But when we return, pop culture reporter Lily Evans joins us in studio to talk about how con artist Anna Delvey is making headlines yet again. And our TV reporter Charlie Goldberg is here to break down the most popular HBO Max series at the moment. You don't want to miss it.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
Welcome back to Unpeeled. The New York Post dubbed her a wannabe socialite, and now she has her own reality TV show taking place in her dining room. Here to tell us all about Anna Delvey's new TV show is our pop culture reporter, Lily Evans.
Hey, thanks, Spencer. New York City's most famous con artist, Anna Delvey Sorokin, is making her way to the world of reality TV. That's right, the famous Inventing Anna hustler is now starring in her own unscripted TV show, Delvey's Dinner Club. Sorokin's new series is being produced by Butternut, and CEO Courtney White says, "It's often said that the best way to get to know someone is to share a meal with them. We're all desperate to get to know who Anna really is." According to Variety, Sorokin's guests will include actors, musicians, founders, socialites, journalists, and other esteemed guests. No conversations will be off limits, and people are saying this is the start of Sorokin's comeback tour, where we get to know all about her experiences in the criminal justice system. Delvey's Dinner Club is only the start for Sorokin. She is also writing a book and signed a deal for a docuseries that will center around her life after prison. Sorokin has expressed that while she is grateful for the attention and money that came out of Netflix's Inventing Anna, she has said she does not agree with the way she was portrayed in the show, and this series is an opportunity for Sorokin to rebuild her image. Needless to say, people are itching to get to know the real Anna Delvey, and this show will be an opportunity to do just that. As of 2022, Sorokin has been released from her 4-year prison sentence as well as immigration custody. Sorokin was placed on house arrest while she awaits the status of her new visa. Sorokin was born in Russia and grew up in Germany, but she says New York City is the place she wants to stay, and she'll continue to fight for the opportunity to permanently live in the States. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am simply fascinated by this woman and how she managed to scam some of New York's elites. So I will be on my couch, by choice, by the way, to see just how this story unfolds. Ella, is there any other binge-worthy TV that I should keep an eye out for?
Thanks, Lily. You know that there is. We definitely have some binge-worthy TV to talk about, as it seems everyone is raving over the latest HBO Max series, The Last of Us. Joining me to tell us how the new series brings a video game to life is TV reporter Charlie Goldberg. Charlie, so excited to be talking about more TV with you this season. How are you?
Ella, you know I love this desk more than Disney World. Let's talk about some TV.
Absolutely. So, right off the bat, I haven't gotten to watch it, but give me all the details. What do I need to know about this film?
Well, there's only one thing in the world scarier than missing an episode of Unpeeled on a Wednesday night, and that's the zombie apocalypse. And that's what we have here with the all-new HBO Max series, The Last of Us. It's a 9-episode series, which is an adaptation of a 2013 video game. What do you need to know about this series? Well, it follows protagonist Joel living in an apocalypse where he has to leave a military quarantine zone with 14-year-old Ella, and they have to transfer over to a rebellion place known as the Fireflies. And with all of that, there's a lot of obstacles in our protagonist's way.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a lot. There's a lot you need to know about this. But with all that in mind, I'm kind of curious. There are lots of zombie movies out there. How does this one compare?
Well, personally, and nothing angry towards the writers, no hate here at all, but I've watched The Walking Dead for 11 seasons, and I'm not gonna lie, Ella, I'm very zombied out. I feel like it's the same rinse and repeat concept where at first the zombies are the main target of our protagonist, turning into the humans being bad as well. However, if you're new to zombie television, I highly recommend this show. Right now on the screen, you'll see a picture of a clicker, which is a zombie in this show, and they look like Groot from Stranger Things, well, Demogorgon from Stranger Things and Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy had a baby. All that and so much more is on the show. It's very aesthetically pleasing. There's great backgrounds and scenery, and if you're new to zombie television, I highly recommend you watch this program.
You know, I did get into The Walking Dead, so I might have to start watching The Last of Us. I've heard lots of good things, and now that I've heard it from you, I know it's true. Thank you for joining us, Charlie.
Of course.
When we come back, our music reporter, Alexa Lamalfa, will tell us all about how Miley Cyrus is topping charts with her latest single, Flowers. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner. Go.
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were on my team.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow.
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal. This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no norm.
Hi again. It's me, Spencer Pierce. But there's a question I need to know. Can Miley Cyrus buy her own flowers? Or can she talk to herself for hours? Her hit song Flowers proves that she can. Our music reporter, Alexa Lamalfa, is here to tell us all the ways that we can love Miley with her empowering track Better Than Anyone Can. Get it? Alexa, we're so happy that you're here. I have to tell you something. I actually cried to the song in the shower right before the show. Please don't tell anyone that. If you're watching, don't tell anyone.
Secret safe with me.
All right, I appreciate that. Well, Miley Cyrus, new single Flowers is surpassing career milestones for the singer. Can you tell me about what records that she's broken?
Absolutely. So Flowers became the most streamed song in a single week in Spotify history, which is really impressive. Jeez. And the song also was Miley's first song to chart #1 on the Billboard charts since 2013's Wrecking Ball, which is really interesting. I think Flowers also rose Bruno Mars's When I Was Your Man streaming numbers to the top because seemingly the lyrics of Flowers connect with Bruno Mars's hit songs chorus line by line. And when the song came out, it had 52.6 million streams, and the number just keeps going up.
All right. Well, with any good song, there's usually some drama behind it. And as a Taylor Swift fan, I know you know that very well. Do you think that the drama online surrounding the song has helped it get a lot of streams?
Absolutely. So when Miley announced that the single was coming out on her New Year's Eve special, fans quickly realized that the single was set to release on Liam Hemsworth's, her ex-husband's birthday, January 13th. So a lot of talk about that one. But also fans claim that Hemsworth actually dedicated When I Was Your Man to Cyrus after they first broke up. So because of the connection, that got a lot of fans talking as well. Now, when breaking down the lyrics, there's a lot of connections to their relationship, specifically the devastating 2018 Woolsey fires that, destroyed their home, but ultimately, according to Miley Cyrus, led to their marriage. So there's really a lot of points that connect to Hemsworth as the source.
Yeah, so this sounds a little sticky and something that I'm happy that I'm not really a part of. But can you tell me about the fan theories on the song and the music video? Are there any secret references? Really quickly?
Yeah, definitely. There's in the music video, Miley wears a blazer, and people think that she's like us. People think that she's wearing the blazer that Liam Hemsworth wore to the Endgame premiere. Where they actually had an interaction on the red carpet that fans weren't excited about, kind of as an ode to that. There's a lot of other theories that kind of just point to Hemsworth. So.
Yeesh. Not good for my guy. Thank you, Alexa. Great as always. And I definitely have had the song stuck in my head, like I said, the shower this morning. It was not very good. In somber news, though, we're going to send it over to Ella Mulligan.
Thanks, Spencer and Alexa. In somber news today, legendary CBS reporter, commentator Billy Packer died this past week of kidney failure at 82 years old. Our sports reporter Carson Fowler joins us to celebrate the life of one of our industry's finest. Carson.
Thank you, Ella. Packer's two sons, Mark and Brant, announced the news of their father's passing last Thursday via Mark's Twitter. As a student of sports broadcasting and a lover of college basketball, this news broke my heart. One of the sport's best and brightest gone way too soon. Billy, you've inspired so many, including me. Your legacy will live on forever in the rafters above. Thank you for everything you have done for the game of basketball. Highlighting some of Billy's best moments during his career, he began his career in sports as a collegiate basketball player at Wake Forest University, where he played point guard and led the team to 2 ACC titles and a Final Four appearance in 1962. Upon graduation, Packer joined his alma mater's coaching staff for a brief stint until 1972, when he decided to pursue a sports broadcasting commentary career, where of course he quickly excelled. Packer worked at NBC until he ultimately joined the CBS sports crew as a college basketball analyst in 1981. He would stay there until 2008, and during his time as a sports broadcaster, Packer had the privilege of calling 33 straight Final Fours. Yeah, you got that right, 33, between 1975 and 2008 for both NBC and CBS. His final time behind the mic came for CBS in 2008 at the conclusion of the Big Dance in San Antonio, Texas, when Kansas defeated Memphis 75-68 to secure his 3rd national championship. Packer was beloved by his colleagues in the industry, and it's said that he always analyzed the game with his own unique style and style perspective and opinions, that he always kept the focus on the game. ESPN analyst Fran Fraschilla tweeted, "We fell in love with college basketball because of you. Your voice will remain in my head forever. Billy, you will always be missed, and thank you for everything." Ella, back to you.
Thanks, Carson. We here at Unpeeled send our thoughts and our love to Packers family at this difficult time. But when we come back, our reality TV reporter Riley Lucetta fills us in on an interesting new show on TLC. I promise you won't want to go. We'll be right back.
We have seen love stories form on the beaches of Mexico, the villas in Australia, that wasn't very good, and behind blindfolds, but never in the same place as your mom. Our reality TV reporter, Riley Lucetta, is here to tell us all about how the unexpected twist in the new show, MILF Manor, has been perceived.
Thank you, Spencer. On January 15th, MILF Manor, a new dating show, hit TLC, but it has the public fearing what is next for the reality TV world. 8 mothers and their sons embark on a trip to Mexico to find love on respective dating shows. Little did they know that they would be finding love with one another on the same beach. Each mother must watch their son pursue women twice their age while attempting to find love with men who could have been in their son's preschool classes. The inappropriate nature of the show continues with the cast not knowing what they were getting themselves into, which was apparent when they were greeted face-to-face by their family member. One mother expressed that it made her feel awkward seeing her son standing in the same line as her potential love interest. And it was not just her that felt awkward. It was all the viewers who communicated their disgust on social media. On Twitter, users expressed how it was one of the worst shows of all time, questioned how it was legal, and referred to it as a horror. A large concern by many people is how is this show allowed to go into production? Along with CNN and HBO, TLC is owned by Warner Bros. Discovery. If something like MILF Manor can be pitched, written, and televised, it raises a concern of what inappropriate content will be released on various platforms and what is next for reality television. Some people argue that the show is trying to break the stereotype of it being acceptable for men to date younger women, but not the other way around. But the product is not empowering. Instead, it is uncomfortable, and it would still be if roles were reversed. I'm not sure I will be tuning into this show. I hope new esports advancements will keep me occupied in the meantime. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Riley. Personally, I did watch MILF Manor, and I kind of enjoyed it. Guilty pleasure. But we will get to esports. The long off season has finally ended, and the League of Championships series for League of Legends is back and better than ever. New teams, new storylines, and already some surprise results. Our esports reporter, Lucas Vogel, is here to break down everything you need to know heading into the season. Lucas, so glad to have you back in esports where you're meant to be. The League of Championships series saw a fair share of backlash for its change in start time, and that was later walked back to Riot Games. Walk me through all the changes to the formats in North America League of Legends.
Well, I'm happy to be here, first of all, back on Unpeeled as esports. But yeah, no, it just comes down to Riot Games. Obviously, they are the company that made Valorant, and that is just massively outselling League of Legends in North America right now. So it's just strictly a business decision. They have a huge product in North America with Valorant, and they want to move it to the weekend spot now. They want to use the same studio that you see right here for League of Legends, but they want to use it for Valorant. And so they move it to the middle of the week, Thursdays, Fridays, and they move it to where people are working. Tons of backlash. I can't watch my favorite players anymore. They finally move it up to Thursday and Friday nights, but it's kind of an uncomfortable compromise. I think most people would still rather have it on weekends.
Yeah, it's hard to change times on things. People get set in their routine, and when you change it, they're not happy. But over the off season, the LCS saw its fair share of changes from Dignitas to TSM. What moves do you think were the most interesting, and what moves could be a potential miss?
Yeah, with the off season, there's always, new teams trying to get to that top spot, but the big team that you talked about, there's 3 ones actually. Dignitas, I think they're the ones that I think swing and a miss right there. I feel like they had something good with signing Santorin in the jungle, but some bad signings. I think that they went for broke and they missed. When I'm looking at an interesting team, my favorite team, Team Liquid, I think that they went really interesting this summer because it's a North American roster, but they all speak Korean, which is so interesting to me. Fully Korean in the server, and then you got to look at somebody that completely hit their mark. FlyQuest just did a fantastic job signing some really interesting talent. If you need somebody to bet on, FlyQuest might be your team.
Well, I always love when you educate me on esports. Thank you, Lucas. Coming up, we'll all be talking about the new body swap film with 2 of the industry's powerhouses. You don't want to miss it.
Improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch. Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. Since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Two queens of the silver screen are joining forces. Jennifer Aniston and Julia Roberts are set to star in a new movie called Body Swap.
The 2 previously worked together on a film Mother's Day in 2016. Both are known as comedy icons in their movies individually, so fans are excited to see a film where they share the screen. No other information is available yet about the film. So I love both of these actresses. I think they're absolutely hysterical. Julia Roberts especially just makes me crack up, so I can't wait to see the pair.
How could you not? I mean, these are 2 of the most iconic women in all of, film, TV, you name it, anything with the camera on it, other than us. I think we're paving our way at this point. Apparently this film that was pitched last week, so there really is not a lot of information to come out about it other than, the 2 stars, but that's okay. These 2 women will get me into the theater to watch this movie.
Oh, absolutely. Also, who doesn't love a good body swap movie? I mean, Freaky Friday is one of my all-time favorites. And for me, it's just a concept that never gets old, to be honest. I know it's been reused, but I mean, who doesn't love someone else waking up in a person's body and kind of losing their minds a little bit?
All right, so I think this begs the question. You wake up, it's tomorrow morning after the greatest Unpeeled episode that you've ever seen, and you're me. What's your first thing? What do you do?
Well, okay, to be honest, you're way funnier than I am, so I would probably go into some sort of comedy competition and try to make some bank off of that.
Oh my goodness.
I think that's really what I would try to do.
All right, well that just gave me an idea what to do tomorrow morning. I think if I was you, I would probably go to our producers, Lucy and Blair, and ask to switch partners, because I wouldn't want to work with me.
Oh, Spencer,
I'm too
you're
funny.
Great. I know, it kind of does take me down a notch.
If you could switch with a celebrity, who would it be?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I think, to be honest, it might be Dua Lipa. I absolutely love her.
That's
I would love to be
awkward.
able to perform. I know, it's a little weird.
That's a little awkward.
You and our other host, Leo, absolutely love her. But I also, Taylor Swift.
Whoa.
Taylor Swift would be
She's not dramatic at all.
amazing. No, love a little drama. I love a little drama.
I know you didn't ask me, but I think I would do Chris Evans, just so I could wake up and look in the mirror and be like, "Oh, I'm Chris Evans. I'm Captain America." And Buzz Lightyear all of a sudden.
I love that, but unfortunately that's all the time we have left for you tonight. Make sure to follow us on our socials at CitrusTVE on Twitter and at CitrusTV Entertainment on Instagram.
Thank you all for tuning into our season premiere. We hope you are as excited as we are for the season ahead. I know I am. I'm Spencer Pierce, and by the way, happy National Women in Sports Day.
Love that. I'm Ella Mulligan. Have a great night, Syracuse.